All right, guys. Star Wars Celebration London is right around the corner, and today we're going to talk about the lottery, badges, and the map for the showroom floor. Let's go. All right, so I wanted to make this video because I was going through some old pictures in my phone, and I didn't realize that I screenshot a lot of things from past celebrations, and a lot of it has like specific dates to those celebrations that we could kind of use as a reference point to kind of guess and see when the lotteries are going to go live, how long they're going to last for, what it looks like if you win a lottery, and what it looks like to enter as a group for a lottery. And then we're going to take a look at badges, what you get in the mail when it comes, and roughly maybe an estimate on potentially when we could get them. And then we're also going to take a look at potential maps for the floor. So, first thing we're going to look at, and I completely forgot I had all this stuff screenshotted, is this right here. So, I took this screenshot, and for Anaheim celebration, which was May 26th to the 29th. The lottery for the panels and exclusives went live on May 16th to enter, and you had until the 22nd. So about a week to enter the lottery, raffle, however you want to call it, for the main big panel each day, which is the only panels that you need to enter the lottery raffle for, and then 4 exclusives. So for Anaheim, for example, I believe Funko was the only one that was running the raffle, if I'm not mistaken. I know in Chicago it was Funko and Hasbro, but for Anaheim, I believe it was just Funko and Loungefly was the other one. I didn't enter Loungefly, but I entered for Funko. So I remember on the 16th, it said, lotteries went live. So this one here says virtual panel and exhibitor shopping selections closed May 22nd. Virtual panel and exhibitor shopping selections are open. There's no rush to submit your selections. By the time you enter does not impact your chance of randomly being selected. Make your selections before Sunday, May 22nd. You'll be notified of your selections on Monday, May 23rd by 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time if you won. As a reminder, you'll be able to make selections for the first panel of each day on the Celebration stage, Galaxy stage, and Twin Sun stage, as well as exhibitor shopping experiences for Funko and Loungefly. So it says it right there. Yeah. So the only exclusives for Anaheim that were raffle lottery were Funko and Loungefly. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. So whenever it goes live for London, Celebration will post something just like this saying the selections are open now. Please enter by this date. So this right here literally was 10 days before the actual show. So I would think this would go live probably maybe the third or fourth week in March. So it's probably safe to say sometime mid to late March, the lottery will go live. So this is what it'll look like. It's super simple to enter. All right. So the next screenshot I have here is like when you're entering for a panel. So for Anaheim, Thursday, I entered for the Lucasfilm Studio Showcase panel. It was the first day, Thursday, the 26th. So I entered this panel and it gives you a little information about it, when the panel will take place, the time. So the main panels were 11 to 12:30. And then it gives you something here called a group code. So if you're the first one to enter for a raffle, you get a group code. So say you're going with some buddies, but you guys have all bought your badges separately and they're on different emails. The first person that enters will get a group code. So say if I enter first, I'll give this group code to my buddy. So I did this in Anaheim. So I bought my tickets myself. My boy Ricky bought his tickets. So I entered the panel first because I'm a little bit quicker than him. And then I sent him this group code. So when he entered the raffle on his part, he entered that group code and that linked us. So that way, basically, if one of us would win, we both would kind of win. That way we could go together. So it keeps that in consideration when you're entering the lotto. Now, I don't know if it gives you a better chance or a less chance, but if basically if you guys win together. So that's kind of a cool thing because I mean, if you're going with one person and say one person wins and the other one doesn't, it kind of sucks leaving your buddy behind and going into the big panel, or the same way if he wins and he goes and you're stuck behind, which I've had that happen, and it's not the end of the world, but this is a cool little feature that they do that. So now, say if you're going with like a family, or say if you bought all the badges and they're all under your email, when you enter, you could enter for all the badges that are attached to your email. So that's what it'll look like right when you're entering it. And then once you're done, you'll kind of get a little notification like this saying your submission for one entry has been received. And then there's your group code again. And the same thing, you could have up to 12 people in a group enter on that group code. They should still do this, but that's going to be, I know, a big question a lot of people are going to ask is if you could enter the lottery together with friends and family, and you can. It'll be similar to this. So that's one thing I wanted to bring up because I know that's going to be a big question. And then the next is after you do enter for the panels, so there'll be 4 panels to enter for, and then whatever exclusives there are. If you do win, you get one of these glorious emails, which every time I got one of these emails in the past, I was just so excited, so hyped, like, yes, like it's just like a relief, like a weight lifted off your shoulder. So you'll get an email like this: congratulations, your Star Wars celebration. I forgot what the rest of the email said, but it'll look like this and it'll let you know what you've won. So here for Anaheim, you won the Funko shopping session Sunday, 5/29. This is the QR code that you'll need, and then it lets you know the time, your time slot for the shopping sessions. And then if it was a panel, it would just let you know the time of that panel. So I won this for Sunday, Funko 10 to 11, which was great. Now, this is tied to you, your badge is for you, right? But like say if you change your mind, like, oh, I don't want nothing from Funko and you want a buddy to go, all they need is just this QR code. So in Anaheim, I actually won 2 days. And that's another thing. It's possible to win more than one day for the exclusives. So for Anaheim, I won Friday and Sunday. So I went Friday, I got my set there, and then I gave this QR code to my buddy who went, and he got a set for himself. So you can share that, or say if you went for a panel and you don't end up going, you can hook somebody up and give them that QR code so they can get in. So here's another one that I won at Anaheim, and this one is for a panel. So as you can see, congratulations. You have won the Mando Plus panel, a conversation with John Favreau and Dave Filoni, Saturday, 5/28. There's a QR code, and then it lets you know where it is, the galaxy stage, and the time and all that good stuff. So that is what it will look like if you won. Now, if you don't win, you just get nothing. So I'm 90% sure I didn't get any email saying I didn't win this, I didn't win that. Like, it's you only get an email if you win. So usually it'll let you know the days that they'll notify people by. So like here, for example, you'll be notified about your selections Monday, May 23rd by 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if it's after that time and you haven't heard, sorry, you took an L, you didn't get anything. So that's just something to keep in mind for the lotteries. All right. So next up, badges. So I know that's one question is like, hey, when are they going to ship my badges? Anybody having any idea? Like, that's a big, big question. I've been seeing a lot on like the Facebook groups, comments on some of my videos and stuff like that. So when you do get your badge in the mail, I'm kind of going to show you guys what that looks like. And then I'm going to let you guys know the dates that I received this in the mail, and we could kind of guesstimate and see if, okay, these past 3 celebrations, I received my badges at this date. We could kind of get an idea for London, hopefully. This was from Orlando 2017, so this is what I got in the mail. So you get an envelope. When you open it up, you got this letter, and it lets you know here are your badges. It lets you know the dates, the times, all that good stuff. So basically for every celebration I've been to, which is 3 so far, I've taken a picture of all this because you just get so excited in the mail when it comes in and all that good stuff. So, oh, before we continue with the badges, once you do get your badges, you'll activate them and then you'll kind of use your badges to enter the raffle. Now, for some people, they're picking their badges up at will call. You'll be fine just to enter the raffle with your email linked to your badge. But if you have your badge in hand on the back, you'll use the information on there to activate it. And then when you enter the lotteries, you will use your badges to help you enter the lotteries. So that's something to keep in mind, that as soon as you get your badges, usually a little bit after that, the lotteries will go live. And if you're picking your badge up at will call, you could just use the email that is linked to that badge. So you don't got to worry. But this was Orlando celebration, which was April 13th. So I received this in the mail on March 11th. So it was literally almost a month before Orlando Celebration, I received these badges. All right, so keep that in mind. So March 11th, the first day for this show was April 13th. Next is Chicago. So as you can see, similar style paper, Chicago Celebration. Here's the badge right here, the 5-day badge that I got. And Chicago Celebration started April 11th. So for Chicago, I received this on March 23rd. Yeah, maybe almost 3 weeks before the show started. So that was Chicago. So Chicago was about 3 weeks, let's say. Orlando was a full month. And you can see similar thing, the paper explaining where it is, how to go, the dates, the hours. So that's Chi-Town, which that was such a great celebration. And then Anaheim. So they switched the paper up. It's a little bit of a it's a little bit smaller right here. It's this right here. And on the back of the Anaheim badge, it had the dates and the time. So Anaheim celebration was started May 26th. I got these badges on May 5th. So exactly 3 weeks before. So, as you can see in past celebrations, it's roughly 3 weeks to a month. So, London celebration starts on April 7th. So, if you go 3 weeks to a month before, I would guess the window on which most of us are going to receive our badges is going to be March 10th through March 17th. I probably think it'll lean closer to March 10th because since it's like international, I think they're gonna want to ship a lot of these badges out earlier. But my best guess is between March 10th through March 17th, roughly in that window, we should start seeing our badges hit. So I know for Anaheim, they weren't the greatest at like letting you know, hey, your badge is on the way and here's the tracking number. Cause I remember seeing on Facebook groups, hey, I got my badges in the mail. They showed up out of nowhere and I got no tracking and no nothing. So if you see people start getting badges and you don't get a tracking number, don't worry, don't stress, because it happens all the time. So I would not be surprised if we didn't get much tracking or info on it and it just shows up. Just be sure to keep an eye out. But that would be my best guess for the window on when the badges should start showing up. So I know that's going to be a big question on, hey, when am I going to get my badge? When's it coming? Any idea? It's that would be my best guess for sure. Now, next, the map. So this is a map of Anaheim, and I remember once they officially released this, I know I screenshotted it right away. So we got this map on the 24th. So this literally was just a couple of days before. So it was super late. So don't expect to get the map super early. So hopefully we get the map sooner for London than we did for Anaheim. So, I mean, at the very least, it'll be a few days before. Hopefully, it's at least a week or two before. I have here some more recent maps. So, this map right here was MCM Comic Con, which is at the same location in London at the Excel Center that we're going to. So, that's kind of what that map looks like. And I'm kind of like cross-referencing this with 2016 London Celebrations map. So I have that here too. So you could kind of see that's how it was there. So it could give you somewhat kind of an idea. I mean, it's going to be a really, it seems like it's a big place. I've never been. If you've been to the Excel Center, comment down below. This was the past London Celebration. So if you just Google Excel London Star Wars Celebration 2016 map, you could kind of take a look at that and get a somewhat an idea of the layout. But it's, I mean, it's multiple floors and it's going to be pretty big. So at the very least, we should definitely get a clean map like this at least a few days, if not hopefully a week or two before. So when I know usually when this comes out is usually when the mobile app goes live. So you could download the mobile app now. It'll be for Anaheim Celebration. It'll say Star Wars Celebration Anaheim app, but and closer to London in April, the app will update and it's going to switch over to the current celebration. So you can grab that now if you want, but once this goes live, usually the app goes live too. Now, another thing I want to talk about, and hopefully they do it in London, in Anaheim, they did a breakfast with Ashley Eckstein and Matt Lanter. So I missed this and it sucked. So it was $200. It was on Sunday. So it was on the last day there in Anaheim. And basically what you got with that $200, which seems kind of pricey, but you got a decent amount of stuff with it. So it was join special guests Ashley Eckstein and Matt Lancer for an exclusive breakfast on Sunday at Celebration. This separately ticketed event includes a buffet breakfast, a question and answer, and selfies with Ashley and Matt, and exclusive merch. So that's kind of cool. Get to have breakfast with Ashley and Matt. They go, I guess they went around the room and people got to ask them questions, which is cool, interactive. And then they went around and you got to take a picture of both Ashley and Matt. So some of the stuff that they got from this breakfast, the Q&A, they got an exclusive pair of Minnie Mouse Ewok ears designed by Ashley Eckstein exclusively for Disney parks, a Star Wars Celebration exclusive Ahsoka plush, and then an exclusive T-shirt for the event, and then the selfie with Ashley and Matt. Now, I'm not saying for sure they're going to do this in London. I believe they've done this twice though before. I know they did it here, and I want to say maybe Chicago they did it too. I'm not sure, but I know this wasn't the first time that they did it because the people were talking about it and how cool it was. So I missed this in Anaheim. If they do this in London, if it's these two or maybe another two characters, that would be awesome. But there is a possibility that we might get something like that. So for you guys going for the first time, save a little extra money just in case, because this pops up out of nowhere and it goes quick, super quick. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to kind of go over today. I wanted to talk about how the lotteries work, about badges and when we could potentially see them, and about the map and when we might see that. So now that the guest announcements are basically almost done, Monday there's a chance we might get maybe a few more. And then official picks did say that from now till then, there could be last minute announcements, possibly, but for the most part, that they were done announcing guests. So I think from now till the show, every Monday, we should start getting more announcements about the panels, announcements about exclusive merch at the Celebration store, announcements about the pins. So all the different exclusive pins, where if you've never been to Celebration before, I'll put up here on the screen from Anaheim, the Celebration exclusive pin list. They release tons of special pins that you get at the Celebration store, different retailers. I did a whole video about that right here. I'm going to link that down in the description below so you guys can take a look. But those are like announcements, like how we would get a couple guest announcements every day. They'll start dropping a different pin announcement every day. So I'll be covering all that stuff. And then we should just start seeing a little bit more details coming out from now till then, just around everything else for London. So I mean, I'm just excited, man. It's right around the corner. I think it's 41 days. 41 days. Let me check my app. I got a little countdown app. So for me, 41 days, 5 hours and 28 minutes till Star Wars Celebration London. So comment down below if you guys are going for the first time and if this video was helpful. I will be covering all updates from now till the show starts and all 4 days of the convention. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for all those updates. And let me know what you're most excited for your celebration. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.